through my time, I've met so many amazing people. Whether it was when I was working initially in Africa with VSO, or whether it was in England for 26 years before I went to Qatar for 10 years, and then Malaysia for the last couple of years. So I am really sort of excited to talk about a few things. Before I do, I just wanted to say that I think for a lot of women, they have so much to deal with, but also there's women now in countries where there's disasters, not Palestine, Yemen, Sudan, and obviously recently in the Ukraine. And I think in Women's Day it's nice to think about so many women across the world having to deal with that.
Tell us a little bit more about the highlights and the special memories from your career.
I mean, I started off not very confident, and I didn't excel that well academically. Actually, I'm dyslexic, so I didn't find out until later. But everything I did was such hard work. But I excelled in physics and maths, and I went to university eventually to do electronics and maths. Although they wanted people to go into electronics, I wanted to go to Africa to help, and they needed maths teachers. So I ended up being accepted by VSO, Voluntary Service Overseas, and that's a great organisation that sends volunteers abroad. And I taught in an all-boys school, and that was really nice. Yeah. In fact, my heart's still there, really.
Tell us a bit more about that, because it sounds like it's a really formative experience.
Yeah.
And you had some very funny experiences.
Well, very, very poor conditions. Some of the children had to walk a long way to get there every morning for the raising of the national flag. I taught the maths, she taught the English, very basic conditions. And some of they did work extremely hard to try and get out of the poverty that their families were in, or to become something for themselves. And I remember coming out of the maths exam, for instance, and they ended up being all smiles, and they said to me, "Did you know what was on the paper?" And I said, No, but when you work really hard for an exam, that is what happens. You feel like you can answer everything. So that was great.
So tell us a little bit about what you think needs to happen for parents and for children to thrive, because you've had such a lot of experience. You've met, no doubt, thousands of parents and children across the globe. What's your
So I think it's really important that they end up feeling that the children are confident, feel as if their parents appreciate what they're doing, listen to them, making them feel good about themselves, and also have a timetable, set goals, and make sure that the children do what they are supposed to do, and help them with their work, but not do it for them. We've had projects coming in, and that the parent has done the project, whether it's the solar system or dinosaurs models, So
you can tell, can
you?
You
can, yeah. And it is nice when people just let the children do it themselves, but tell them how they can improve on it, but make them so proud of what they've already done. And I think that's the key.
And finally, you are thinking about starting your own enterprise. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I'm now in Cyprus, a place I really like, caring for my parents, and I've got a little bit more time, but what I really want to do is start my own online company. So it's going to be called VCL, Virtual Classroom Learning, and it's tuition to help children, people anywhere, and also I can get your help to help me start out the business.
We'd love to do that, Jenny. So thank you so much for that, Jenny.
That's
lovely
all right.
to interview you. Yes, exactly. And here is the reason why Jenny is here. And yes, it was Ayesha's brilliant idea in the first place when I was thinking who to interview. I said, I need to interview you. I thought, no. I said, no, you should interview my mum. Because she's got such a fascinating career. Yes, it's indeed.
Yeah. Well, I've got 4 children and 4 lovely grandchildren.
So the grandchildren get called because lovely.